Hello guys, welcome to another live stream on the Chill Out Fight channel. It is Monday afternoon and it is just before 10 to 5 in the evening here in the UK, and tonight we're back in MSFS and we're going to take the Fly By Wire experimental mod and we're going to take it from down in Manchester. We've got the Mako scenery Manchester, and we're going to fly down to Olbia in Italy and the lovely Sardinian coast. So it is we're not using live weather, sorry, we're not using live time in Manchester, so we can get a lovely evening approach into Olbia when we arrive. Roughly about a 2-hour and 40-minute flight. We do have the A320 Neo down there on the ground. We have the Alitalia delivery for tonight's flight, and it looks like it's a lovely evening in Manchester to go flying. So we will whiz on down to the aircraft. We'll have a look around. The ground crew should be there doing whatever they need to do. We'll get the passengers loaded and we'll go in down there and have a look at the flight plan that we got from SimBrief. We'll get that loaded up and work out our taxi and our takeoff route. I think hopefully we're going to take off quite handily from 23 right. There's not going to be a long taxi. We'll push back and head out up to the left here and take this intersection, and we'll get ourselves underway. So we hop on down to the aircraft. We'll go into the full screen mode and we'll see you down there on the flight deck. Here we are down on the flight deck. So we got I've turned most of the stuff on, which is kind of in a turnaround state. The IRSs are aligned. We've got the fly pad on. Jetway is connected. What we'll just do is we'll just start the passengers boarding, and we'll get ourselves nicely set up, ready to go. So I have managed to update the AirRack cycles. That's the current version now. We'll go into the init. We'll do the init request. There we are, Alitalia. Our alternative is Rome Fiumicino. And we're going from Manchester down to Olbia. Flight level 370, cost index of 30. All nicely imported from SimBrief. We're going here, init press. We'll just get that and we'll go back here and we'll do the performance, we'll do the weight and balance, and we can get the passengers on. Just get the OFP. So 161 passengers, pretty full. Start that boarding on there as well. And we'll take a quick look at our fuel. Block fuel is 9 tons. Trip fuel is 5.4, so we do have plenty of fuel. We can go to our flight plan now and we'll just have a quick look. From Manchester we're going to depart out of 23 right, and if we grab the chart from Navigraph, get rid of that. This is our departure. We are doing the Samba 1 Yankee. Sorry, the Samba 1 Romeo, even, not Yankee. Down into Olbia, we are arriving into ILS 23. And the arrival is this one. Let's have a quick look at it. There it is. So we are doing the Minka 3 mic. See, that doesn't quite. Where's the flight plan? Minka 3 right, Mike. And that's going into ILS 23. We've got the Minka 2 Charlie. Minka 3 Mike, there it is. And that does go via. We just grab this chart a minute. This is the whole kind of RNAV star. Goes via Millis. We'll pop that in. Hopefully we won't fly the full arrival. 2 hours 32 is 1,015 miles. Sim brief reckons 1,014, so it's bang on for that. Do this, and then we're going to grab charts one last time for Manchester, see if we've got any restrictions out of here. So not below 3,000, not above 5,000, not above 5,000 until we get to Samba. So we'll pop in 5,000 in there. Get the constraints on. We're going to do our performance. Performance will do a flap 1 takeoff, flex of 57. Transition altitude in Manchester is 6,000 feet, and we get our V speeds 139, VR is 140, and V2 144. That all looks good. We will pop in Lima India Echo Oscar 23 into the progress to see how far. 887 miles to the threshold. 370 for the cruise.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. This is your flight attendant speaking. At this time, please be sure to make sure all large carry-on items are in the overhead bins and your small items are underneath the seat in front of you. If you have any trouble or need any
and for the fuel,
please don't hesitate to let a flight attendant know, and we would be happy to help you. If the overhead bin is full, please make sure you close it as a courtesy to other passengers.
9.3 for the
Please
fuel.
double check that all your items are put away so that the aisle is clear and other passengers.
We're just going to
can make
put
their
a
way
little
through.
bit extra in, I
If you're
think.
in an emergency exit row, please read the exit seating responsibilities in the card in the seat back in front of you. If you're not
Drop
able
that.
to comply with these actions, please let a flight attendant know. So
Fuel.
that way you can be reseated. Now's the time to get out any last-minute text messages if you need
What we'll
to,
do is
but we ask that once we depart from the gate, you put away any laptops or
take 10
tablets.
tons of fuel,
Thank you, and welcome aboard.
just to be on the safe side. Well, that's in, and we will just check how our boarding is going, and we'll pop in 0 fuel weight and our block fuel of 10 tons. We can put in the wind component, which is plus 37. Gives us a tailwind of 37 knots, and the we want for our alternate is our alternate, which is Rome Finres. We need 30 minutes, so we need 2 tons as our alternate. Good, that's all in, all set up, and let's check the chopper pause. Didn't cause any issues. No, at 40,600 feet, that is okay. So that's the plan, and we'll just quickly step through these through this flight plan, make sure all looks good. So from Manchester, 23 right, out we go. Clear out that discontinuity. Honolulu, sorry, Samba 5,000. After that, Honolulu, all the way down. Benbow, out towards Bognor. Straight line, and we make a little bit of a left turn as we get down towards Italy. And out over Ajaccio, Corsica. And then Minca was the start of our arrival. And this is the RNAV star, that's nicely coded in. But hopefully we will get a direct once we get further down, and we can we won't have to fly that full arrival. Just check the QNH hasn't changed. No, 1030. And obviously we are in the experimental version of this. There's a couple of things that are in up, so we haven't got a terrain radar, and we don't have a weather radar working at the moment. But our V speeds are set in the FMC. Grab these couple of displays and put them on my second monitor just so see them.
We're ready to go when you are.
Okay, so then we'll get the tug. That can be closed. They're all done. We've got the fuel. Let's get the tug.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard
We'll get some lights on now.
2125 with service to Italy. Our flight time will be roughly 2 hours and 12 minutes. Please note the cabin door is now closed. We ask that you make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your larger devices are now shut down and stowed. If you have not already, please fasten your seatbelt and verify it is low and tight across your lap. Your tray tables and seat backs must be in the full upright and locked position for departure. Cabin crew, prepare doors for departure, cross-check, verify straps, and stand by for all calls.
So like I said, we're going out at 23 right, so which is this runway here, so we're going to push back.
Okay, sir. The bypass pin is installed. All doors and hatches closed and all ground equipment is removed. Standing by for pushback.
So we will take the parking brake off and we'll head back.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead.
We are cleared for start and push.
Okay, cleared for push start.
Parking brakes are released.
Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in sequence.
Yeah, we'll start in the sequence.
So we'll start engine number 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your complete attention to the flight attendants as they demonstrate the safety features of our aircraft. You will notice a light illuminated above your seat. When this light is illuminated, please fasten your seatbelt low and tight across your lap. To fasten, insert the metal fittings into one another and tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckle. We suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the flight as we may experience unexpected turbulence. Please take a few moments to now locate one of the several emergency exits on this aircraft. In some cases, your nearest exit may be behind you. In case of an emergency and we need to evacuate the aircraft, there is lighting on the floor that will guide you towards the exit. In the event of a loss of cabin pressure, an oxygen mask will drop in front of you. Start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you, and place it firmly over your nose and mouth. Secure the elastic band behind your head and tighten the straps if necessary. And don't worry if the bag doesn't inflate. Oxygen is flowing to the mask, and you can breathe normally. If you're traveling with children, now's the time to pick your favorite one. But secure your mask and then assist others. Keep your mask on until a member of the crew advises you it's safe to remove it. In the unlikely event of a water landing, a life vest is located in a pouch under your seat or between the armrests. When instructed to do so, open the plastic pouch and remove the vest. Flip it over your head. Wrap the straps around your waist and buckle at the front. Pull the strap to tighten. To inflate the vest, pull firmly on the red cord only when exiting the aircraft. If it doesn't inflate automatically, you may blow into the mouthpiece for manual inflation.
Work out why our engines won't start.
Ground. You may disconnect.
As a secondary flotation device.
Okay, sir.
Please make
Cleared
sure
to
to exit
disconnect.
the aircraft as
Pin has
soon as
been
possible and
removed.
leave
See
your
you at the
belongings.
side. Have a
Please
good
securely
flight.
stow
That'll be
all
why.
personal
Holding
items.
position,
Make
waiting
sure
for the
your
visual.
seatbelts are
Thank you
fastened
and
and
goodbye.
seat backs and tray tables are all in their full upright position. We
There we
remind
go
you
with the
that
engines
this is
for
a
some reason.
non-smoking flight, and that includes vaping. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying the smoke detectors located in the lavatories is strictly prohibited by law. All of this information can be found in the safety card located in the seat back in front of you. Please read it and let a cabin member know if you have any questions. Thank you for flying with us again, and we hope you enjoy your flight.
And we will start the timer. And we had 2 good engine starts. So we will get our taxi lights on. Strobes are on. APU can come off. APU bleed can come off. And we are good to taxi out. So if we can release parking brake and give ourselves a bit of forward momentum. And we'll get ourselves out towards the runway. Go to taxi out, we'll set our flaps to 1. There you go, 1 plus F. Not a long taxi at all tonight. We can probably take this intersection next on our right, or we can go full length. Let's have a look at our weight, 9.6 tons and a full load of passengers. I think we should be good to go. Just here. Do is we'll get our taxi lined up, get lined up here. Put the brakes on, and we'll go down. We'll arm the spoilers. Auto brake to max. The cabin needs to have a ding dong.
Flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff.
We got signs on. Flip the no smoke on, and we'll do the config test. Predictive wind shear can come on to auto, and again this bug where auto brake will not stay in the max position, but I think for now that looks pretty good. So what we'll do, keep it on the toe brakes, 50% N1. There it is, release toe brakes, 1, 2 clicks forward. Man flex 57, SRS runway. Auto thrust is armed and blue. So V1 at 139. There's 120 knots. And there is the V1, and rotate. Up we go, onto the flight directors. Positive rate, the gear's coming up. There we are as we leave Manchester. Could be looking for lever climb. There it comes. 1 click back, thrust climb, open climb. The nose will come down and we'll accelerate away to 250 knots with the restriction of 5,000 feet till we reach Sandburg out of Manchester. We'll just get above the S speed and we'll retract the flaps. There's that S-speed. Flaps are going back to 1. That's to 0, sorry. And we'll make that nice right turn, left turn out of Manchester. So hopefully I've got the time set is 20 to 4 in the afternoon. With a 2-hour flight down, we should get a nice evening arrival into Olbia in about 1,000 miles time. But we'll grab these charts, a quick look at them. There we are now, making this left turn. 58 miles from Honolulu and 10 miles from Manchester. Once we get to Samba, we'll start our climb up to our cruise at 370, but we can for now disarm the spoilers. And we can get a little bit of music going. We're not far, 3 miles from Samba, and we'll start this climb up. So we'll pop in 37 in the window ready. And that's us past Samba, so we can keep going up, thrust climb, open climb nav, 370 blue. I'm just gonna turn up the integral lighting just a little bit. And we've gone past transition, so we'll set to standard. There we are, standard once. And standard first down here 1013. There we are, and it's also set on the FO side as well. There we are. Little wing view out of Manchester. Now lovely Alitalia A320. Get those off. Get the landing lights off. They can come off.
galley first in the laboratory. This aircraft is equipped with onboard Wi-Fi. If you wish to connect to the Wi-Fi, you'll be directed to a page through a small fee for internet access. We do offer complimentary in-flight communication to our partners. If you connect to the Wi-Fi, you'll be able to access our wide range of free live streaming news library.
So guys, welcome along to our Monday evening live stream. So last night we ended up down into Madrid when we flew the Taurus, and I quite fancied to now get back into MSFS for tonight, and we'll take this Fly By Wire mod that seems to be getting better and better with each update, and with this custom flight management, everything is coded correctly now in the FMC. So we have the tracks, we have the distance and timings as well, and it also doesn't make the horrible hairpin bends. Now it gradually makes the turns as needed now, instead of missing the track and flying way off course. It doesn't do any of the dodgy flying on approaches now either, so you can get directs, you can fly RNAV rivals now as well as obviously the more traditional ILS approaches. But yes, I thought it would be nice to head down to Sardinia for a bit of October sunshine. And with the graphics that Microsoft Flight Sim provides, it should be a spectacular approach. We've got Olbec's Olbia scenery when we arrive as well. And we did have a couple of new follows before the stream started, so we'll replay these out. So we got Aerobuddy 21434 is now following. He's followed. There we are, the new Halloween alert is going. Welcome along to the stream. We also had, who else was this? Fixed Choice. Welcome along. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Shall we play your follow as well? So we can just tidy up a little bit here. So look, so we don't need the car anymore. Get shot up. Where we are, there we are. Just approaching Birmingham now. That's pretty much our route is a straight line down East London again as usual, towards Brighton and the south coast, over France, down to the west of Paris, and then we make the slight left turn towards the French Riviera, down to the west of Nice, and then over the sea past Corsica and Ajaccio, and then we start our arrival into Olbia. Like I said, this was the RNAV star, not going to fly the whole arrival. We'll probably end up hoping to get a direct from here, or from here across to Echo Oscar 481 possibly. Millis, which is the initial approach fix. So we can look at that a bit later on in the fight, as a long way away before we need to work that out. But yes, a little bit of Monday evening flying down to Italy, I thought it sounded quite nice. And I can show you the Olbec's. This is the scenery we have down from Olbia. Looks pretty nice. I was hoping for a evening arrival of something like this, but it looks very nice. I've got the Olbia for X-Plane, and that's very good. Olbia as well worth the I think it's £12 I paid for this. Yeah, it looks absolutely funny. Once we get ourselves down there, even got the little undulations in the runway as well. We're going to come in 2-3, which I think brings us in over the water. Yeah, it looks very nice. Could be, I think, this approach over here that we're doing, and over here. Ideally, I think that is runway 2-3. Look out the window. Flight deck to show our 2.4 for 3.7. Still climbing at 1600 feet per minute. Have a quick check at the engines. Nothing to be concerned about there. And of course we'll have a quick look at the quick fuel check. So Xura we wanted 8 tons of fuel to be there, and we have 8.8 tons, so that all looks pretty good. And obviously we use less fuel the higher we go and the more efficient the flying becomes. So our estimate, our ETA is just after 7 o'clock UK time. Yeah, nice little couple of hours flight down to hopefully we'll get out this cloud shortly. We've got 9,000 feet to go, so hopefully this is not too Not too low cloud. When we get down towards France and the southern coast of France, hopefully it'll clear up and it'll be a nice evening into Olbia. We're right in that layer of cloud now. Nothing much to see at the moment. Hopefully this cloud will get lost and we'll have some nice views. See if there's anything interesting out the windows. Nothing about as exciting as on the ground. Cloudy. But hopefully we'll see some of this lovely Microsoft scenery once we can get rid of some of this weather. But welcome along to the Monday evening stream. Nice way to finish off the first working day of the week. Bit of chill out. And don't forget, OBS have put on the Halloween alerts now for October, so who's going to be the first one to get a scary pumpkin with a follow tonight? Finally out of that bit of cloud. Have a quick look. We are just passing now to the west of London. And we'll head down towards the south coast. I think that would be look out there, that would be Heathrow that we're passing. There's Heathrow just down there to the left hand side. And we could have a quick look at also. Forgot to set off Volanta, I think. Let's have a look. There we are, Volanta in. For some reason I can't change the photo of that, but we can see our departure at Manchester. There it was. Our taxi, takeoff, and the left turn. We levelled out 5,000 feet at Samba, and then once we got to Samba, we started that climb out. And here we are currently towards the south coast. If you do want to track your flights, Volanta is extremely good for that. The free version or a pro version, which gives you a few extra bits and bobs, and Volanta is part of Orbex as well. That's a pretty good flight tracking if you want to keep track of your flights and see other people as well that are flying around and see their screenshots of wherever they've been as well. Well worth a look. There we are, just approaching Midhurst now, so get rid of the charts. We'll see if we've got a little bit of more exciting music than what seems to be playing at the moment. Have a look on now. Got a load up. Let's get that on. That sounds a bit better. Not too far now from our topper climb. About 1,500 feet to go, just slowing down that rate of ascent now. Where we go over the English Channel into towards France. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to leave the grey northern skies behind. Track on south. Guys, I hope your Monday's been good. It's always good to get the first day of the week out the way. Microsoft does provide some awesome graphics. So there we are, I think we should have reached our cruise now. Yeah, mark out cruise 370. And this is where we'll sit now for the next 700 miles or so before we think about having to look at our approach into Olbia. As the cabin crew go about their stuff in the back there, getting the drinks and some food out for those lucky people heading down to Sardinia for a bit of October sunshine in lovely Italy. I wouldn't mind being able to get on this flight now, actually, just going down there for a bit of a few days in the sun. Chill out. Have you guys been down to Olbia or Sardinia recently or at all? One place I've always wanted to go to, so I may have to make a point of trying to get that sorted out sometime next year, I think. We do have a nice 52 knot tailwind as well, which is helping us along. The ground speed of nearly 500 knots, which should help our arrival. Yeah, we're arriving now, according to the overlay, just before 1800 Zulu or 7 o'clock UK time. So that is just in about an hour and 25 minutes. Diablo, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. So you've got the nice scary pumpkin alert. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Welcome along. the northern coast of France coming up now, on the right hand side of the aircraft. And we're heading to our next waypoint is Inpax, which is just to the south of Rouen. Gorgeous little French city, right on the river, which hopefully we should be able to see once we get there. It's a big swooping meandering river that runs from Le Havre down to Rouen, all the way down to Lime and Les Marocs. But if we can get a decent view out the window, it's one of these rivers that you can see that meanders all the way pretty much from here. Don't know if you see it yet. Not quite. But yeah, from Le Havre, which is to our right hand side, starts here and it works its way all the way down in a kind of snake. But MSFS does it depicts the ground quite well. So it should be, there it is there, working its way down, and it brings itself to the left, to the right, all the way down to just to the north of Paris really, and then it kind of fizzles out. So just while we're currently in the cruise, I am just going to nip and grab another drink, because what I thought I had was a full drink is not. So if you guys give me just 2 minutes, I'll be right back once I've grabbed a little bit of hydration, and we will crack on with the rest of the flight. So I'll be back in 2 minutes, guys. Well guys, I'm back now with some more hydration. Nice another can of Pepsi. I'll quick look in the flight deck, see how we're getting on. Nicely in the cruise now. Another 700 miles to go. Nicely making our way down towards Paris. And here's this river I was on about. If there's no clouds there, we would have been able to see that, but you can see how it starts at Le Havre and it just meanders its way down, and then down towards Paris and continues on up to the northeast. So once we get to Resmi, we'll do a quick fuel check in 53 miles to make sure that everything's looking alright. We're using 2 tons an hour at the minute, and we've used 2.2 tons. So looking at that, everything seems to be alright. But we'll do normally in real life to be a fuel check every 30 minutes. So we'll do one at Resmi, which is in about 6 minutes time. Pop the airports on there now. Loads over France. Don't forget, if you are watching on Twitch, smash that follow button. See if we can get to our 50 follower goal. If you are watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, and as we're now live on Facebook as well, if you're watching on there, don't forget to hit the like button. You'll get notified each time we go live where we're going to, what we're doing, where we're flying, and what time we're going to be setting off. But it is great if you to join me on these little jaunts around in the sim, whether it be in X-Plane or in MSFS. As we do our little virtual flights, which for me started off as an avid aviation fan ever since I was a young kid. When I used to be taken by my dad up to Newcastle Airport to the viewing platform that they used to have, watching the planes take off and land. And I was stood there with my little wind-up camera taking pictures that had to go and get developed for a couple of days before I could even see how much of a mess they were when they came back with fingers over the lens or something like that. But, yeah, I think my first flight sim was the Flight Sim 98, I think it was. That I had with all the pixelated graphics, looked a bit like Minecraft. Right the way up now to this one, which is thinking back, this one's incredible now, the way it works. I know Microsoft have one or two issues with when they do the sim updates and world updates. It seems to break a lot of things for a lot of people, including me. I've had issues where I can't get it to load. then I'll jump back into X-Plane. But hopefully, if Microsoft keep doing this and the fly-by-wire mod keeps getting better and better, this could be the only sim that we need to use flying around, hopefully. We did do a stream the other night in the new freeware for MSFS, which I know people haven't seen. Really hope it's the free A330 900 Neo that was only launched about 11 days ago, I think it was. This is completely free from flightsim.to if you do want to fly a long haul aircraft. It's fully compatible with the Fly By Wire mod as well. So yeah, there is. We flew this the other night from Newcastle down to Brussels with Air Belgium. These are the inbuilt, or they come preloaded with these deliveries. You've got Air Belgium, Delta, the stock Neo Airbus in-house deliveries, Condor, Star Alliance, Corsair and TAP Air Portugal. And, as you can see, it's a great looking aircraft. It's even got the black mask around the windows, Rolls-Royce engines, and it flies extremely well. It's the only thing is it uses the stable version, Fly By Wire, which obviously if you've used that before, you'll know that it doesn't do too well with its autopilot. It's fine in the cruise, it'll stick to the green line, but as soon as you start doing approach with it, it goes a little bit wrong. It still has the user waypoint in the flight cam manager. That's not very good. So as soon as you hit that launch phase button, it'll then try and take you direct to the centre fix. You need to be aware of that. But apart from that, it flew really well, it landed well, and the cruise went well. The setup is fine, it's the exact same user basis, Fly By Wire that you'll be used to in this mod. Implement version 0.7 of Fly By Wire in the next phase of it. Fix the issues, but it's got a brand new exterior 3D model, brand new 3D model, the wing gear, the flap animations, got the MSFS effects, it's got engine heat, contrails, light range, new flight dynamics, 4K textures with PBR, complete integration of the Fly By Wire virtual cockpit 0.6.2, which is the old version, not the current experimental or dev version. Got the 330 specific features to the VC and complete integration service and systems according to the SDK guidelines. But for the range of nearly 13,500 kilometers, you can do some decent long-haul flights in this, and it's just a very nice mod, to be honest with you. We'll fly this again on the stream at some point. I was thinking if we can get a Emirates livery from this weekend. They are flying again from Newcastle down to Dubai, so I thought that maybe we could replicate that flight, possibly Friday or Saturday. We'll do like a 8-hour long haul flight. We'll take the 330 out. We'll take the 330-900 out for a spin down to Dubai. And if we can't find a delivery for it, we could fly a TAP Air Portugal from like Gatwick or Heathrow perhaps. We'll fly that down to Dubai and give it a whirl, see how it goes for a long haul flight. So that'll be quite nice. I think the last time I went into Dubai, I did a flight. I think I don't know if it's on Twitch anymore. called Pushing the Limits, where I tried to take the A330neo, the Fly By Wire one, from Madrid across to Dubai. And looking at the flight plan, it would just about make it. And in the end, we crashed about 12 miles from the threshold, just ran out of fuel. I maxed all the tanks, and I wanted to try and get there so we weren't flying that fast, but we were just ever so slightly out of range. From Madrid it was about just over 7.5 hours. The flight plan reckoned we could make it with the fuel, but obviously with the taxi out and the weight of the plane, it was 12 miles from the threshold into Dubai. We ended up in someone's front room, so that was not the best result. But we will, with the 330, we would easily reach with its fuel capacity. I think we'll give that a whirl. If not this weekend, we'll definitely do it next weekend. But I would like to try and replicate the Emirates flight. I know that's 777-300 out of Newcastle. But if I want to do it in MSFS, we need to use the A330, because even though there is the Captain Sim 777, according to the reviews, it's not that great, and I don't want to spend 25 quid on an aircraft that is not good. So for a freeway one, we'll use this one, or the 330-900, and see how we go with that. So we should be, I think, to the south of Paris now. Have a quick look how we're doing. Well, to the south of Paris. And we're just to the east of Orleans. There we are. So we were going to do a fuel check at Resmi, but we've missed that. So once we arrive at Busek, we'll do we'll do the fuel check. See this river now, part of it now, winding its way down through France. So lovely Alitalia 320 just glides. Nicely over France. Still with a 42 knot tailwind, so we're still going at 486 knots, which should be giving us a bit of a better arrival now. It's still 7 o'clock, so we've got roughly about an hour to run. Time that'll make it, so it'll be 6:30 in the evening down in Italy. I'm not sure what time the sunset down there is for obviously having that lovely sunset arrival into Corsica. So the sunset is, let's have a quick look, it's 6:48 PM, so we should be getting down with that lovely think the stuff is called the golden hour, but the sun is just about to... It's travelling towards the horizon. We get that lovely orange glow across the landscape and any clouds that we might have. So I'm quite looking forward to that. So we were going to do that fuel check, and I've been talking again and I've forgotten, but see if we can work it out. So, Cussack, we want to have 6 tons of fuel. We've just gone past it, and we've still got just over 7 tons, so that is looking good fuel-wise. Progress 494 miles to go after the threshold 2-3 at Olbia. So what we could do now, we'll start to have a look at this arrival. We can plan where we want to be and when we want to be at it. So Corsi, so we're doing the Mint 3 mic arrival. This is where we're going to come from. I still think the Corsi one would have been better actually, because we are coming from the north. If we're coming from the north, then we're going to end up going down to here, where we could just come down, going still. So Corsi, flight level 90 in, and then we go 6-4, pretty much a continuous descent arrival if we fly the whole thing. So 90, 6, 4, 4, 3, 3, and 3 all the way around. So 3 must be the platform altitude, I'm assuming. 3,000 feet, yeah. So looks like we're coming down here to the Sierra Mike Echo VOR overhead the airport, then back out, making that right turn in to join the ILS, coming on 2-3. So 390 kilometer overhead the airport, 5,000 feet, and it's 3-degree glide. We'll catch the glide slope at 10 miles out. But yeah, at Millis we want to be at 3,000 feet. It doesn't look to be anything too exciting there. And so 9,000 feet at Minka. And we're at 37,000 feet, so we want to lose 28,000 feet worth of height. 28, 56, 76, 84 miles from Minka. We will start our descent, so what we may as well do, get out to 84 miles from Minka. Because this doesn't show you top of descent yet. I think we can go here. Thought we could put in Burrington now. Good. Put it in, but in that case then we'll use this one we'll put in here. And then we know 84 miles from Minka where we want to start our descent. So that is looking good. We have that set up so we can leave the arrival now till we get a bit closer. We are about halfway now through the flight. Got a nice little wing view for a minute or two. Don't forget we do have the Olbia scenery once we get down to Olbia, so it should be a great little arrival tonight. And in case anyone was wondering, the scenery out of Manchester was from Mako Simulations. I think it's a great little bit of payware for Manchester. I think I bought it for, it was £9, but it was very nice scenery. It's even got the old Thomas Cook hangar that unfortunately they disappeared from our skies until last year. Or was it early this year? Bit of a shame really. I flew with Thomas Cook quite a few times. Not out once out of Manchester, and I think twice out of Newcastle, and once out of where's the one from? I think I flew them four. I think it must have been 4 times. I definitely remember getting a flight back from Tenerife with them as well. That must have been into Newcastle. Seems to have a load of great airlines, or UK airlines, recently. With Fly By, Thomas Cook, then Monarch. Not been a very good year for aviation at all, has it? It's been off for anybody, to be honest. Hopefully the aviation industry will pick itself up, and there's certainly more flights out of my local airport, which is Newcastle. Now, because I live on a main arrival and departure flight path, so they always fly over where I live, and there's a lot more planes now that are departing and arriving than there used to be earlier on this year, the back end of last year, which is nice to see. Hopefully that'll continue to build and get better for the rest of the year, for everyone that works in the aviation sector or works alongside it as well. Just from pilots right the way through to the suppliers. Nice view of those Leap engines there. Don't forget, if there's anywhere you'd like me to fly to, put it in the messages, and I'm sure we can schedule a flight if you want to request one. Give us some ideas of where to go. But I think tomorrow night we'll have to have a look. So we're going down to Italy tonight. We can. Quite fancy. We might take a flight into Germany tomorrow night, because I think there's some nice scenery from on Orbex from Munich, I think. So we'll bring up Orbex and we'll have a quick look. So I'm sure they had loads of these that we can get to have a look at. I'll go down to Portugal, Porto. That looks nice. Let's have a quick look. I'm sure Munich was up. There's Munich just there. Let's have a look. From Simwings. That looks nice. It's been a while since I've flown into a German airport, so I think possibly Munich tomorrow night. I was hoping they might have had Frankfurt. So let's see Frankfurt on here, because there is a Lufthansa flight from Newcastle with Eurowings, so we could replicate that. I don't think that's on there. I also do fancy going down to the Split as well, because this looks nice. And I don't think on the channel we haven't flown down to Croatia, so Split could also be an option as well. Looks like a very nice airport that's been done by Orbex. So if you've got any preference out of this list, I'm sure I can grab one for tomorrow, and we can take a flight down Ponta Delgada. That also looks nice as well. We could use Ponta Delgada as our stopover point for getting over to the States. We can fly there, then I think we can reach St. John's in Canada, and from Canada we can work our way down the eastern side of the US down into Mexico as well. Quite fancy flying it in the States as well, so we should do that. See what they have. towards Australia. We've got Africa now. Oh, landmarks for Cape Town. Missions. A couple in South America. They do have some liveries as well. For the Australian. So we can get a Qantas. Get Qantas. I think I might just install that now anyway. Seeing as it's free. Yeah, let me know if there's anything on that list that takes your fancy for our next flight. We can certainly grab it and have a fly down. So I think the music has taken the evening off for a minute. Let's see what's up with that. Yeah. Hopefully it'll come back. Now 15 miles from Nocas. I'll grab a map and see where we're up to. We're heading down nicely to the south of France now, Nice and Monaco. Should see that coming up in the distance shortly after we made this bit of a left turn. The music does not seem to want to play. Let's try refreshing it, see if that helps. Maybe not. Wonder if I got any that is copyright free. Yeah, that off. Get iTunes out the way. Ever so slightly loud, so any of you wearing headphones in like me, apologies for that. Oh, trot. .2 tons of fuel, 6.5. Have to watch out. I think that was a little bit of turbulence there, so we'll keep an eye on that. We go over this mountain ridge. We're going to get a bit for the tailwind that we've got. So these mountains may cause one or two lumps and bumps and a bit of light chop. Let's make a little captain announcement.
From the flight deck, this is your captain speaking. We hope you're enjoying your flight. We're making good progress here, and we're doing our best to get you in on time.
So hour and 20 since we left Manchester, and we are well over halfway now into this this cruise down to Sardinia. It won't be too long till we start to think about our descent. Where we're at 300. We said 84 miles from there, so in a couple of hundred miles we'll start to think about our descent. Guys, don't forget to smash that follow button if you're watching on Twitch. Subscribe on YouTube, or like us on Facebook. And if you are watching on Twitch and you fancy hitting the follow button, see if we can get ourselves to the 50 follower mark that Twitch has kindly set for us. And also be one of the first to use the new Halloween alerts that have been added by OBS. See if it gives you a scare. Keep an eye on these mountain ranges coming up, to see if we get any turbulence off that. We might have to sit the passengers down. Two little lumps and bumps starting to creep in at the minute. Just keep it now. We may have to drop our speed back to our turbulence speed, which is .76. We'll just keep an eye on it because we don't want to. You can see we're going a little bit over what we set when we're quite close to the red bar on the speed tape as well. So we are, yeah. We will bring this back down to 76 just for now. We will pop the seatbelt sign on just while we clear this little bit of
Ladies and gentlemen, the flight crew has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please return to your seats and fasten seatbelt.
There's our speed just coming back, and just till we clear this little area of turbulence caused by the wind coming off these mountains. Here's a wing flex there a little bit now. That is even with a bit of turbulence, that is a pretty nice view. In fact, that is probably well worth a screenshot. We're still having a little bit of fluctuation with the an altitude as well. The speed's jumping around just a little bit too, so at 7.6 we're well away from the overspeed area in that red bar just there. And you can see our altitude popping up and down just a smidge as well. So as we approach the final part of this flight, I'm going to go and take one last break, quickly nip to the loo, and I'll be back with you ready to start the approach very shortly. So enjoy the views of these mountains as we pass down to a cistern and down to the south of Nice and Monaco, and I will be back in a few minutes after this last break before we start looking at our arrival. I'll be back in a few minutes, guys. So enjoy the music, enjoy the views, and I'll see you in a few. Right, we're back then for the final part of this this Alitalia flight down into Olbia. We've still got a little bit of light chop going on, nothing too exciting now. We'll still keep it at 0.76 just until we get out over the sea, and then we can we'll pop it back into managed speed for the rest of the flight. And and we'll I was having to think that maybe we could try the auto land on this fly by wire, see how well it can land itself. But we'll see whether I fancy a manual landing or an automatic one. But yeah, we're now just approaching the south of France. We'll head out over the sea. And we should get some nice views of Corsica as we pass past. And then down to Sardinia. And into Olbia over this lovely bay area with the harbour and stuff around Olbia. So we'll get rid of that, and we will just nip back into the flight deck a minute, and we'll just check. Now we're doing 201 miles, so in about 120 miles we'll think about our descent. I think we have now we're out that bit of turbulence. I reckon we can pop that back into manic speed now. Turn the seatbelt signs back off.
The flight crew has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. You can now get up and move about the cabin. However, we ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened when using it in case of unexpected turbulence.
And as I've done that, we're still getting a bit of light chop. We'll just keep an eye on that. The first Italian airport to pop up on our left hand side. There we are, leaving the French mainland now. So we'll start having a quick check at the weather down in Olbia. This was when we left, 19 degrees, light winds 10 knots, and 1018, but we'll see if we'll get an up-to-date weather in here. So if we go to ATSU, AOC, weather request, and we don't need Manchester, we'll get Olbia and our alternative airport of Rome Fiumicino. I'll send that off, and hopefully we'll get a company message pop up and we'll check the weather. There we are, company message received, weather request. There's a meta. So Winds 2605 knots. And the temperature 18 degrees now. Few clouds, 4,000 feet. Visibility is good, 10k or more, and 1018. Should we need to divert to Rome, it's 14 degrees, cav okay. Winds from the north, 11 knots, 1016. So we'll print that, and we've got that for setting up when we need to. We'll keep that there, and we can, when we need to enter it into our arrival page, we've got the info that we need. Here comes the island of Corsica just in front now, coming up. I visited here once. It was while I was on a cruise back in 2010, I think it was, and one of the stops off was Ajaccio. So we came to Ajaccio, then we came round and up, and we stopped in Nice. Then back round we went, and we went down to Barcelona, down to Gibraltar, and up then back to Lisbon before returning back up to Vigo, and then back out to the UK. Yes, that must have been about 11 years ago now that when I went to Ajaccio. We went across to Rome as well. So 80 miles to go roughly to top of descent. And we'll get to see the hopefully the lovely Orbeck scenery at Olbia, just as the hopefully the sun may start to just get a little bit lower in the sky now, casting these longer shadows, so hopefully we should get a nice sunset view or arrival into Olbia. I have to say this has been the first flight in MSFS in a while where my internet hasn't dropped a single frame. Normally when I stream MSFS it's with it streaming the Bing imagery for the ground and the photogrammetry as well. My internet sometimes seems to struggle with streaming MSFS, but tonight, according to OBS so far, 0 frames dropped in the 2 hours and 3 minutes we've been going. That's taken us 1 hour 43 so far from we pushed back into Manchester. Seems quite good, and we've still got that 42 knot tailwind as well. So we probably should be adding on a little bit extra for our top of descent for the tailwind. So we need to slow down and go and descend at the same time. So we're going to add on an extra 10 miles just for that headwind. So 95 now from Minka is where we're going to start our descent. Here comes Corsica. Let's have a quick see if we can get a good look at that. There it is. So we're just going to skirt along the coast here, and we do go over Ajaccio in a few minutes time. Make a left turn and just catch the southwestern part of this island. So we should get a good glimpse out the left hand side of the aircraft shortly. And then some even better views of Sardinia when we come in. So I'm going to bring up this arrival now, we'll have another look at it. Like I said, flight level 90 at Minka. And then to Echo Oscar 474 we can go down to 6,000, so we need 18 miles to descend down to 6,000. And then 4,000, so we need 6 miles. Perfect. And then very short legs, 5 miles, 5 miles, 5 miles, 7 miles as we turn for our base leg. Just here, and then from here we can be between 9 and 6,000 feet at Brevi. Tuklu, max 230 knots, and these are between 6,000 and 4,000 feet, max 220 knots. It's 220 knots to our base, and then 210 maximum on our final approach. If we do find ourselves in a pickle, we can hold at Millis. Maximum hold altitude 3,000 feet, max 210 knots. Or at Pig Egg, which is here, we can also hold minimum safe altitude 6,200 feet all the way around, so that's no issue. And we'll just check the actually what we'll do is we're just going to quick check on our progress we need to start our descent, 90 miles. So we're going to start it now. 9,000 feet. First idle, open descent, 9,000 blue. And guys, down we go into Olbia. So as that is doing its descent, we'll quickly finish looking at this. So we are coming in from Millis. So from Millis, we're then going to fly overhead the airport out to roughly 13 miles or 15 miles from the Sierra Mike Echo VOR, or 13 miles from the actual Olbia ILS. The DME, India Oscar Lima, fly out on a 014, 210 knots, and then we'll right hand turn to join the ILS. However, I just realised I made a mistake there, haven't I? We're coming in from Millis, and Millis was here, so that's the initial approach fix. So whatever I've just said, disregard that. We'll be coming here and join the ILS. We're not going to be doing this overhead the airport at all. So that is good. So we'll check the ILS is India Oscar Lima. See if it's been identified, just to make sure. India Oscar Lima 111.3, which is on here 111.3, and the final approach course is 233, and it's got 233 in there. So we will pop in the SME or Sierra Mike Echo VOR, pop that into there, just to give us a bit more information. We'll get a DME when we get close to it, and we'll go and add in our arrival info that we need to pop in. So QNH is 1018, temperature is 18 degrees, nice warm even down there. The wind is 265 knots, about 5. That's that sorted, and we need the VARRF at 6,000 feet is transition. VARRF Cat C is 390. So that's that in. Flat full landing, clean speed 212, and our VAP 133 and a VLS of 128, which looks good. Barrel set, still coming down nicely to 9,000 feet. I don't think this has top of descent marked on here, does it? No, it doesn't. So hopefully 27,000 feet, and we are 67 to Minka, so we're going to lose 18. Yeah, we should be good. And there we are now, coming over the southern part of Corsica, which I reckon could be worth a look out the window. On the other side, here it comes. And the lovely orange glow that I was talking about earlier, with the sun now starting to set, which was ideally what I was after for this arrival. Yeah, the sun is now starting to drop below the horizon. There it is. So we'll see how our approach is going, how high we are, and the speed we've got. Whether we can take a direct once we get further onto the approach. If I just bring up the nav screen here. So there's the start of our arrival where we want to be at 9,000 feet. And this is the there's Milas, the initial affix, the initial approach fix. So if we're looking good, we may be able to take a little shortcut to join the ILS, but we'll keep an eye on our approach. Just passing, getting towards 20,000 now. We need to lose 11. 12,000 feet, so that's 36 miles. We're 27 from Corsi and still about 20 from Minka as well, so if that's the case, we could possibly slow down our rate of descent and just a little, put it down to 2,000 feet per minute for now. Move that out of the way. What we'll do, we'll also, to help out with our mileage, we'll just take a direct to Minka now. The Minka's still 53 miles away, so that rate of descent can come well back. Well back. We only need 30 miles to lose the rest of this height now, so 1,500 feet per minute should be sufficient. Back would probably go 1,300 feet actually. It'll take us another 7 minutes to get there. And we'll have a nice gradual descent. But guys, thank you for coming along on this trip down to Olbia now as we start our initial descent. Into the lovely island of Sardinia. Just as the sun is starting to set now. And don't forget, we do have Orbex scenery down in Olbia. So this should make for a very nice approach in. So we'll just quick check. We're doing 40 miles. We need to lose 8,000 feet. So we still only need 23, 24, at the push 25 miles to reach 9,000 by Minka. So rate of descent still at 1,300 feet per minute is good enough. A very nice gentle descent down with a lovely view out the left hand side. So let's just grab this chart a minute again, just so we know exactly what we're doing. We'll be reaching Minka at flight level 90, and as long as we're between 9 and 6 by breathe, and a very gentle descent down to 4,000, 3,000 as we make the right hand turn on the base leg to the runway down in Olbia. We just have to be aware of the speed restrictions and the any high terrain that we've got as we approach. Let's get rid of those for now, and we should be seeing, here comes Olbia. Oh sorry, here comes Sardinia. "5,000 feet to go. We need 15 miles. We've got 25. That rate of descent can come down just a little bit more now. Just so we don't forget, we're going to put on the landing lights now. Get ourselves nicely lit up. Come on. And we are going to put the seatbelt signs on now as well. Let the cabin crew finish off in the back.
Please return to your seat as the seatbelt sign is now on.
And looking at it, with that tailwind we've had all the way down, we've got PAC-X. They're expecting us to arrive in about 30 minutes, but we've only got 112 miles to run, so that's not going to be quite well. See what we've got to the threshold. 33 miles to go. So we're going to be on the ground in about 10-15 minutes. So we're going to be arriving 15 minutes ahead of schedule, thanks to that tailwind that we've had all the way down. So 3 miles to run till we reach 9,000 feet, and we got 12 miles left. We need 9 miles, so 1,200 feet till we get there is more than adequate. We'll just double check if there's anything else we need to do. The seatbelt signs are on. We've got our lights on now. Look at that sunset. Lovely jubbly. So we'll flick on the LS button just to get that sorted out of the way. As we make this turn, I reckon we could probably we need to think about slowing down. So if we'll activate the approach phase now, that'll bring us down to our green dot. Yeah, the speed's starting to bleed off now. We should have done that slightly before, because we need to be at 250 below 10,000. However, look at that. So 1,000 feet to go. We'll set that down at 1,000 feet per minute now. And we'll just grab these charts and have a look.
We have begun our final descent into Italy. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in a full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat furniture.
Have a little bit of speed brake just to help get that speed off, because we do have a speed restriction of 230 knots coming up in about 24 miles, so a speed brake will help us get down to that green dot speed. That's 9,000 incoming now. And then from Echo Oscar 474, which is, if we zoom back in a little bit now, 474, which is here, we can then start down to 6,000. Speed alt star. There's that speed washing off nicely. So I said 230 knots restriction at Brevi, 230, then we're going to drop down to 220 at Pig Egg, 220, 220, then 210 on the final approach. However, our green dot is 221, 222, sorry. So I think we'll stick with our green dot speed. We won't bother changing that anymore till obviously we'll get the flaps out on the when we make our turn for final. 21 miles from the VOR here. If I put that as an overlay, you can see how we're going to come in now and join the ILS. Let's get rid of that. We'll have a quick look outside. Just caught it as the sun's going down. So we'll nip back in the flight deck, and then from this waypoint in 5 miles we can start our down to 6,000. We'll pop 6,000 in there. Ready? Yes, 6. We're also well below our flap 1 speed as well, so we can take flap 1 whenever we need to. That lovely golden glow off the sun. We'll set our auto brake for medium for Olbia. Have that there, ready set. Let's start down to 6,000 now. So there we are, first idle, open descent, we're going down to 6,000. Grab the charts again because the next restriction from Brevi 230 knots and then down to 4,000. So we'll keep an eye out. When we get to Brevi, it's 4,000 and then down to 3 for the platform altitude. So Brevi's in 11 miles. There's a little 1 or 2 lumps and bumps from the mountains. And we've now got swung round to a headwind for our final bit of this flight. Made good progress, just over 2 hours from when we pushed back in Manchester. And we're estimating arrival, according to the overlay, 1/4 past the hour, so we're not going to be too far out, maybe it's 10 minutes or so, but the passengers, according to PackX, they're not expecting us to arrive for another 20 minutes, so as far as they're concerned, everything's all good, and we'll be ever so slightly early, I'd have thought. So we are incoming to 6,000 feet. And from Breivy, Speed-Out Star, we can go down to 4,000. As we make our way out over the sea for this, the last part of this arrival. So we'll have 4,000 set. Go 3 miles. We'll get on the other side for when we make this turn. Look at that! Wow. There's the ILS. Has now been identified. India Oscar Lima. We're just over 7 miles out. Let's go at the QNH 1018. And there's Breivy. We can drop down to 4,000 now. MSFS is absolutely amazing for graphics. I mean, just look at that. If you didn't know it was a sim, and someone showed you a picture of that, you'd just assume that it was real. Or at least I would. Simply amazing. Now 5,000 feet, 1,000 to go. So it will automatically descend at about around 1,000 feet per minute now. That last 1,000 feet. Then when we reach Big Egg, that's when we can drop down to 3,000, and that's where we'll stay, being the platform altitude for the ILS. Look at that. Speed-Out Star. There's the glide slope coming up. Now we're 3 miles from Big Egg. And we'll pop the 3,000 in the window already. We're just going to get a bit of light in here just so we know see what we're doing. I think we can, for now, we'll arm these spoilers. And I'm going to take flap 1 ready for this base turn shortly. There's Pig Egg down at 3,000. And I think it give us a little, we give ourselves a few more extra track miles here. Once we get to Pav, I think we'll take a direct. We'll make our turn here. So we're good speed, we're a good height. We just need a few extra miles just to configure for the ILS and glide slope. Speed out stars 3,000. We can well, arm the localizer, arm the approach. Stick in the second autopilot. We've got plenty miles now. We've got 18. It's going to be an 18, 19 mile final at this rate, so we are going to cut in. Have a look, where can we cut into? So we're now at Echo Oscar. Oh, we're AirPav is the next waypoint. We're here. Let's cut into Lindu. Oop, we'll take a direct now. Lindu. Direct. And there we are. This is now our turn final. And we should start to intercept the localizer shortly. We will take flap 2 now, just for this turn. The reflections on the water as well. There's a runway just in the distance, just behind that rock. So we've got spoilers armed, seatbelt signs on, landing lights are on. We've got Cat 3 dual, AP1+2, 1FD2. Everything looks good. Platform altitude 3,000, which we're at. Let's just keep that turn coming. Keep that nice, there we are. We are flap 2. Which is good, and this should be our turn to intercept the localizer. And we probably go now direct Millis. Just keep the FMC quite happy, and this is the initial approach fix. And this should pull us on to the localizer shortly. But it is a rather long final, unfortunately. We probably should have just cut in direct Millis, but never mind. Plenty of time to enjoy the views, fully configure, and get ourselves on the ground nice and safe. While we are 21 miles out, we can grab the just grab the taxi charts. Ooh, find out where we want to get ourselves. Reference taxi, airport brief, parking stands. Airport info. So 2-3. So we can't take Foxtrot, so we're going to take Delta, right hand turn, then right again to the terminal. So Delta is our preferred exit. Looks good, and we'll go and position ourselves. Up here we can take Mike, or take Lima. Get ourselves nicely in front of this terminal so we see what it looks like by with this scenery. That's the plan. Looks good. 16 miles out now. Speed's good. So hopefully there's a localizer now coming in. Could get lock star any second now. There we go, lock star. "10 miles we'll go flat 3 and then flat full. And at 6 miles as usual we'll drop the gear. Here comes the glide slope, is also now live. So flat 3. So should we do an auto land or should we do manual land? We did an auto land in X-Plane last night and it landed with a landing rate at minus 28 feet per minute. So I'm wondering whether the fly-by-wire mod can match or beat it. So should we let it do an auto land tonight and see if it can get minus 28 feet or better? 9 miles, flat full. There's glide slope, and we can set the go around. We'll just get that up. Go around is climbing to 5,000 feet. Over VOR, turn left, max 185 knots. On track 06. S7 to join the 098 radial to the Sierra Mike Echo VOR. So shove 5,000 in for the go around. That's set. We are flat full, 7 miles out. Speed is good. And in a mile's time we'll drop the gear. So let's ding dong the cabin, let them know that we're about ready to land. We'll get a shot of this, we'll turn the music down. And we'll boost the sim. Boost the sim audio, we'll get these call outs. Gears coming down. one last quick view out the sides. And from there. Jump back in the flight deck. Shift that out the way now. 2 whites, 2 reds on the pappies. Very slight tailwind, 8 knots. Auto brake is medium. Spoilers are armed. I'm going to get my feet on these rudder pedals ready. There we go. Well, I reckon we'll see if this fly-by-wire mod can beat the towless that we're looking for. Minus 28 feet per minute or better on this auto land.
400. Minimum.
That's land, continue.
300.
Look good on the glide, I reckon we're slightly low, but
200.
200 feet. I'm going to let this land itself, so if you're watching, check out the feet per minute. We need flare in about 50 feet.
50, 40.
There's the
30,
flare.
20. 10. Retard.
Retard lever. Oh, and in absolutely biffed it. We'll take the autopilot out. Reverses, manual braking. Oh, for 270 feet per minute. The towless well and truly beat this the fly-by-wire one. There we are, guys. Welcome down to Olbia. Now exit.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Italy. The local time is 7:01 p.m. and it's currently about 70 degrees Celsius. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins. Items
And we said we want to take this right-hand turn. Right-hand turn to the terminal. So we'll keep going. Yeah, that the auto land in the fly-by-wire absolutely slammed that into the ground. If you were watching last night when we took the towless out, minus 28 feet per minute. So let's get our flaps up and the spoilers back in. Get these landing lights off. Get the AP and get the APU started. We'll take this next left into the terminal. Come on, rudder pedals. Help me out, thank you. Rudder, aren't you working? Thank you. Well, that didn't go quite according to plan either, did it? Rudder pedals seem to have given up. See if we can find a nice parking spot by this Transavia, perhaps. Transavia and this Thompson Fly. Take stand 102, is that empty? There's people there waiting for us, let's take that one. We can get going. Come on, airplane. Why won't you go? Seems the Fly By Wire board has given up. Even under full throttle, it doesn't want to go anywhere. Maybe stuck here. Aha, there we are. Toe brakes are stuck on. Right, let's take this stand, get ourselves parked up. We can get our passengers offloaded. We'll blind these guys. We'll sit there. We'll set the parking brake. Get all of these lights off so we don't cause any more damage. Engines can come off. Seatbelt signs are off. Logbook. Seatbelt sign is off. There we are. Again, that light is still on. Off you go. Just get off. Yep. Thank you, finally. Right, so there we are, guys, down into Olbia with a little bit of a kind of rudder issues at the end, but yeah. So a quick look at our park and see how we're done. Pretty much stuck. There's the jet bridge. It's connected. Passengers are coming off, and yeah, what a cracking little flight down that was. Some great views of Corsica and Sardinia as we flew overhead. Yeah, I think we're going to take a quick look at this Orbeck scenery that we got for Olbia, as it looked pretty nice when I bought it this afternoon. So for 11 of your English pounds, or 22 Australian dollars, this is what you can get from Orbex. You get the full Olbia scenery for the airport. Let's go up a little bit further, and it also gives you a bit of the surrounding area. And if we spin around, you can see the airport just there as well. This for 11 quid is not too bad at all. We'll take a little fly out this way as the passengers get themselves sorted. But yeah, it looks much better than the stock Microsoft airport, as the case normally is. Take a look at it. Looks pretty good. If you do want a copy of it, if you go to Orbeck Central, you'll be able to get it. And it's lovely and lit up for our flight this afternoon. Where's it? But guys, thank you for joining along on this flight this afternoon. And there we'll leave our A320 parked up, getting its all the luggage off, all the passengers off. And tomorrow, as we discussed in the flight, we're going to grab, I think I'm going to grab another, quite fancy flying into Munich tomorrow night. So we might do a flight from, we could take this from Olbia up to Munich. So if we start down here, we'll get the Munich scenery installed tomorrow, and we'll come back and we'll fly into Munich and take our passengers that we need to get back to Germany for work, or if they're going to Germany from holiday from Olbia, we'll take them up there. So tomorrow evening it will be roughly 5 o'clock UK time, 1600 Zulu. We'll be back, and we'll be back in MSFS again. That seems to be flying very nicely at the minute. The graphics are great, and yeah, we're back tomorrow afternoon, evening time, 6 o'clock UK time. If not, depending on what time I finish work, could be slightly earlier, but at the latest it'll be 6 o'clock. We'll start tomorrow, and we'll do the flight up to Munich. So, hey, Smile Castle, how's it going, mate? No, if you use Orbex, this is I've got most of the scenery I got for MSFS is payware add-on. It doesn't seem to add any extra loading time when I load it up, and especially with the update they did to speed things along a few weeks back, it doesn't seem to have caused me any issues whatsoever. But no, Olbia looks pretty good. It is not. It's a nice add-on to have, to be honest. As are pretty much all the ones you can get on Orbex. Pretty cool. But yeah, thanks guys for joining along. We'll see you tomorrow night, and we're going to go up to Munich, and we'll see if we can get a little Lufthansa livery as well. Take up. But yeah, but thanks for joining. I'm going to call it a night. Enjoy the rest of your evening, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow for the next one. So, good night all.